All right. So we'll start with the writing. We're not gonna make sentences today, but I would like you to copy this today. Okay, so we're learning something that's called direct quotations. Okay, so I'll give you a second if you want to get a paper ready because this is important. This will be something that we'll kind of work on for a couple of weeks. But you want to make sure that you know what you're doing.
Will that be our test? On our test, I mean, this slide. Will that be on my test?
It's gonna be on your test Thursday.
My test. I'm sorry. Thursday. I'm about to write this. No, second Thursday. I can go. I was not talking. I have used all my eraser, girl. It's the same. Me? And do it to me. Yeah, she loves. And she types the pencil. Why? Because we have to write it.
Yeah. All right.
Wait, copy the sentence. What are we on?
Writing. Okay, so we're going to start learning what's called direct quotations. Okay, that's what this is up here. Okay, so I'm sure you've seen direct quotations before. We usually see it like when we're reading most of the time. Like you'll see when you're reading a story, it might say Tom said, and then you'll see what's called these quotation marks. Have y'all seen those before? You've seen them in reading before. And so these quotation marks, you need to write this down too. These are called quotation marks. They usually go on the words that someone is actually saying, okay? So that's why it'll say Tom said, and if Tom said, I am 6, at the front of I and at the end of 6, you'll see these quotation marks because that's showing you that's what Tom said. So we're going to learn how to write sentences in direct quotation form. Okay, so direct quotations. Direct quotations mean the exact words someone is saying. So if someone is talking directly, it's called a direct quotation. We put the quotation marks only on what they are saying. So that's if you're speaking to someone directly and they say something, it's called a direct quotation, and you'll put quotation marks to show, and I'll show you in the sentences, okay? So direct quotations is what we're moving on to. Direct quotation.
I got it.
And they have what's called the quotation marks. It's just these 2 little lines. You put a quotation at the beginning of the sentence and at the end of the sentence that they spoke. Okay.
After the comma.
Well, it depends, like on what it is, but yes.
I don't get it.
All right. So let's look at this one here. Let's look at the top one up here. So the first one up here says, I love pizza, said Jill. So in this quotation right here, Jill is speaking. So this is a direct quotation because Jill is speaking directly. What did she say? I love pizza, said Jill. So this is a direct quotation because Jill is speaking directly. This is the exact words that she said. So it's called a direct quotation. If you look at the beginning of I and at the end, look at what you see here. What are those? The quotation marks. The quotation marks went on only what she said. I love pizza. Then right after I love pizza, the quotation finishes because that's all she said. But then this part tells us, said Jill. That part is just telling us who said it. I love pizza. The end of the quotation said Jill. If you look, I have my punctuation inside of my quotation as well. I love pizza, exclamation mark. Then I put the quotation, said Jill, period at the end. See that? Go ahead and write number 1. I need you to write these examples because you'll start to practice your own tomorrow. So write number 1 down. So I love pizza. Her quotation was at the beginning of her sentence. What?
Can I go to work?
Mm-hmm.
I already know what I'm wanting tomorrow. Me too. Done.
Make sure you do it all the way correct with the quotations. You don't have quotations at the beginning. Make sure you have it all the way correct with the quotations.
Wait.
That's like key when writing this type of sentence is to have the quotation marks. It's called direct quotations. So we need the quotation marks.
Mm-hmm.
Understanding. Okay.
You have to do it for every single
Okay. So again, this is a direct quotation. I love pizza. We have quotation marks on that part because that is what she said. Direct quotations are the exact words that someone is saying. So she said, I love pizza. We finish it with the quotation to show that that's what she said. Then we have said Jill. That lets us know who said it. Okay, I'm sure you've read stuff like this, sentences like this in a book before. It's always in a book whenever the characters are speaking, usually. Okay, let's look at number 2. Now, this one is written a little differently. It says, Frank asked, how old are you? Okay, now this one is different because it has who's talking first. Frank asked, and now look at how I have that comma. Anytime the part that tells you who is speaking is first, you always put a comma at the end before you put the quotation. So Frank asked, quotation, how old are you? Question mark, finish it.
Oh. Now I get it.
The comma goes only if it's of what they said, of who spoke is first. See, I wouldn't put the comma here because the quotation is first. But when the quotation goes last, then you'll put the comma.
Oh.
So again, who is speaking is first? Frank asked, comma. Then it tells us the quotation. He said, how old are you? Question mark. We finish it with the quotation. Your punctuation has to always be inside your quotation. It cannot go outside the quotation. It's always inside. Yeah. Okay, so write number 2 down. This is the opposite of what we just did on number 1. The person who is speaking went first, then the quotation went second.
Oh, I put a. Some of them go like a comma down. Like this. I did dot at the top. That's complicated. And I found Hold up. Hold up.
Oh.
Wait. Exclamation marks. Comma and another comma.
Okay, so let's look at number 3. So now number 3 is similar to number 1. The quotation is first, and then it tells us who's speaking after. So it says, clean your room, said Mom.
Wait, did I remember it? Oh. It doesn't sound right.
Why? Clean your room, said Mom. So look at that quotation here. Clean your room is what Mom is saying. The exact words that Mom said. Clean your room. Then it tells us at the end, said Mom. Okay, so copy number 3.
I'll go to the bathroom. Say the word.
I got a comment.
Say the what? The word. We had that for a long time. Said the what? Word.
Okay, so in number 3, the quotation is first. Clean your room. The quotation means the exact words that the person is saying. Clean your room, said Mom. That's telling us who's speaking.
I get it. Sounds easy.
Okay, so this is what we're focusing on this week. We'll probably be on this for a couple of weeks, practicing direct and indirect. There's another type of quotation, but this week we'll focus on direct quotations. The direct quotations are the exact words that the person is saying, like the exact thing that they said. We put the quotation marks on it to show that that's what they said. They are speaking. So as we did for these, number 1, I love pizza. The quotations are on I love pizza because that's what Jill said. Then it tells us said Jill. Number 2, this one's a little different because the person who was speaking went first. Then we put the quotation. So Frank asked, comma, how old are you? We put quotations on how old are you because that's the exact words, the direct quotation that Frank is saying. And number 3, quotation comes first. Clean your room, said Mom. Okay, so I really need you to write these down. If you did not, you'll have to check the video out after, but please make sure to write these down. These are examples to go over every time we do this, okay? We will have a test Thursday, and you'll have to be able to know how to fix them, edit them. And then next week, you have to know how to write your own. So please make sure that you copy these down. These will be your guide to help you to figure out how do I write the direct quotation. So again, a direct quotations are the exact words that a person is speaking, the exact thing that they say. It's called the direct quotation. We put quotation marks on what they are saying. Okay? All right. So that's your writing. If you didn't get a chance to finish, I'll have it up on Zoom. I'll have the Zoom up or you can go over it. Okay? So that's what we're focusing on this week in writing direct quotations. All right, let's go on to phonics. Also, I put it on Google Classroom, but does everybody have this book? This is our book for this week. Yeah. Have you thanked an inventor?
I think so.
Yeah, we read it last year in first grade too.
Yes, I have that book.
So y'all probably should have it. We read it last year too. So yeah, we're doing this book this week.
Yeah, as soon as I have that book
Y'all
at
should have it.
home. I have it at home. Yeah, she copied the paper.
Yeah, but I did the papers just in case. Okay, all right. So we're not on reading now, but I just wanted you to know that's the book we're on this week. And then next week we're doing Let the Children March. Do y'all have that one too?
Wait,
Let the Children March.
yes.
Okay. All right.
Wait, let's choose.
Where's the other one? Well, you did that scene, but you didn't do Centum and Millie. What was I going to get? I can't remember. Oh. All right, let's do some clue cards.
Clue card. Yeah,
And then we'll get into, we didn't do math yet.
Oh, you want to do that? Those points and games? Okay. Wait, she said no. I am. Yes, she did. Then why would you ask this? I forgot, Evan. It could fly.
All right, THR. THR says third. All right, this is
Write
what
all
we
your
use
notes
to
on one paper.
follow.
So we can
Our
mine right here.
throat.
write your
Our
second set of
throat.
notes there.
Okay, AR. AR says R and stars. Okay, this is where you would keep your animals, your farm animals.
Barn.
A barn. Good. CH. CH says and church. There's different kinds of this, and they all have different tastes. Cheese, Parmesan, mozzarella, pepper jack, cheddar. Okay. OR says or in morning. Okay, this is who we worship. The
Lord.
Oh, you says ow in out. Okay, this is what bakers use to bake things.
Flower.
Not that serious. You don't have to. OW says ow in owl. Okay, this is like a smaller city. If it's like usually everyone knows everyone, it's smaller than a city. It will be a town. OW says O in bowl. Okay, this is the opposite of high.
Low.
ER says in verse. Okay, this is whenever you help others, you are serving. Okay, you are says in nurse. All right, this is what animals have. Fur. Says in bird. Okay, this is what you have to do whenever you put sugar in Kool-Aid. To mix it all together, you have to stir it up. Stir it up.
Stir.
Next, OI says oi in coin. Okay, this is when things are too loud. That's what it's too much.
Noise.
That was an easy one.
OI Y says oi, like in boy. Okay, this is whenever we have happiness in our souls.
Joy.
Joy. Lord gives us joy.
Joy.
O says in book. Okay, this is where you go hunting.
What?
Woods. Gotta stay awake. O says ooh in two. All right, if something's not rough and it's not, if it's not rough, then it is very smooth. Rough is smooth. Next, WOR says were, like in worm. All right, this means how much it costs. You would say, how much is it? Worth. Thank you. Some people aren't saying anything. Wow, amazing.
I already know.
IGH says I, like in night. Okay, this is how whenever you wake up in the morning and someone turns on the light, you're squinting because it's too bright. Good.
Light and bright.
Next, ALL says all, like in ball. All right, this is a sport. They have the Super Bowl on Sunday.
Football.
Anybody watching the Super Bowl on Sunday?
No. I'm gonna see you on Sunday.
Okay. Says walk, like in walk. Okay, this is what you have to walk on and not in the street.
Sidewalk. What is a cornwall?
That's a great question.
It's a
Okay.
cornwall. My mom is gonna sign me up for baseball. My grandma said next. No, my grandma.
All right. Back up off her. ING says ing, like in king. All right, it can be both the verb and a noun.
Ring. String. Swing.
A swing. You can swing like the action, or you can go play on the swing.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I got it.
ONG says on, like in long. All right, this is something you use in the kitchen, maybe to pick up some salad, to toss salad. Maybe you'll use
Prom. Wait.
tongs.
Will you?
Yeah, you said when you did tacos last week.
Yeah.
UNG says like in strong. If a bee lost his stinger, that means he did what? He stung someone.
R is hot outside in the beach.
ANK says ain't, like in bank. All right, this is what a ship. If you find a ship underwater, that means that it sank. Everyone's saying it. The only person I hear is Harlow. INK says ink, like in wink. Okay, this is what we find inside of a pen.
Pink.
Ink. Thank you. Ink.
That's what I meant. No, you didn't. Yes, I did.
UNK says like in shrunk. Okay, this is a skill that some basketball players do really well.
Dunk. Come on.
All right. WA says wall, like in wash. All right, this is something that a princess might have.
Wand.
Wand.
So bad. I have
Okay, Y says E-E-E-N, baby. All right, this is when something strange is happening. You would say that is crazy. Ever had something strange happen? You're like, what is that? LE says little, like in little. All right, this is what you set plates and forks and spoons on the table. Yeah. All right. WH says walk, like in well. All right. This tells us the time it will exactly happen.
While.
When it tells us when it's going to
I
happen.
said that.
You need to sit up. Stand up. You can stand. No, stand. Thank you. TCH says shh, shh. No, all the way. Get off the table completely. TCH says shh, 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 and pat. All right, this is what you have to do before you work out so you don't pull a muscle.
Stretch.
Stretch. What you said? Cool.
You said pull a muscle.
Yeah, if you don't stretch, you could. EAR says ear, like in ear. This is what we just started. One of these. I knew.
Yeah.
2022. We're only in the second month. EAR says air in there. This is what can happen to a paper if you're not careful. It can.
That's my daddy's name is Student. My daddy's
My bear. MB says like in lamb. This is if you call a plumber to help with your plumbing.
I don't get it.
Like your pipes, like with the toilet and sink and all that. OLD says old, like in gold. Because we're in winter, we will get a lot of cold.
Mold.
All right, awesome. I just wanted to go over a few of those sounds. Uh-huh.
All the online is not saying it.
Huh?
All the online is not saying it. I'm the only online.
That's interesting. Some of them were. There's just screens are muted. That's probably why we couldn't hear. But thank you, Harlem.
I left a bottle of milk in my refrigerator and it became mold.
Yeah, that's what happens sometimes.
And then
All right, so let's go ahead and practice diagramming the sentences. You didn't do this page. Hold on. Okay, so remember, whenever we diagram a sentence, we take the subject and the verb. All right, let's see. I'm just seeing how much you know. Because guess what? We're going to third grade in like a couple of months. So yeah, I just want to see how ready y'all are. Because third grade, you know, it's a harder grade. Every grade you move up, things get a little.
Eighth grade gets hard.
Yeah, I'm just seeing how much you know.
third grade.
Third grade, yeah. From second, you go to third. Or are you staying in second again?
I'm going in third.
Y'all staying in second grade again?
I'm
Okay.
I'm going to third grade.
Okay, that's what I thought. All right. So let's go ahead and diagram the sentence here. It says Katie unzipped her jacket. Let's mark the sentence first before we diagram it. So Katie unzipped her jacket. How would I mark the sentence first? Meaning, where am I dividing? What's my subject? What's my verb? Okay, where am I dividing between Katie and unzip? What's my subject? And my verb? Underline that twice. So how do I diagram it?
Unzip.
Katie's subject here.
Oh, I know.
And unzip verb here.
Miss Fusion.
Okay. That's how we diagram. We divide our sentence and we identify what's the subject and the verb. Next one, Peter's cup fell off the table. Peter's cup fell off the table. How would I diagram this sentence here? Harlem? Where am I dividing?
Peter.
Look at it good. Peter's cup fell off the table.
I know.
Peter's cup.
Between cup and fell, yes. What's your subject?
Peter.
Not Peter. Cup. It's just cup. So be careful with that, guys. It's cup. It's about the cup. Peter's is there, and I could confuse you, but it's about the cup because the predicate tells us what happened to the cup. But anyway, the subject is the cup, and what's your verb? Harlem, yeah. Fail. Just fail. Fail is the verb, the action, fail. So the subject was cup and the verb is fail. So when I diagram it, I put the subject cup and what's the verb? Fail. So remember, we're not identifying the predicate anymore. We're only identifying the verb, only the action, what happened, just like we said, unzip and fail. Good. So when you're diagramming a sentence, make sure you mark your sentence first, meaning divide it, underline your subject once, your predicate twice, then diagram it by putting your subject and your verb. So last week we also talked about the subject and verb agreeing, meaning they have to agree in order for you to have a complete sentence. If they don't agree, it won't make sense. So I have Timothy walk or walks. Timothy walk or walks. Which one makes more sense? Josiah? Walks. Remember, if your subject is singular, meaning it's one person, your verb has to have S or ES at the end. Timothy walks. I would say Timothy walks home. Or if I was trying to say Timothy walk home, that doesn't make sense. Timothy walks home. Let's look at this one. The baby's cries or cry. The baby's cries or cry. Which one makes more sense?
Cries.
The babies cry.
Cry.
The babies cry. Now my subject was plural here because it was more than one baby. Look at that IES. So that means my verb does not need an S or ES. So it would be the babies cry for their moms. Or the baby, it wouldn't make sense. The babies cries. Nah, that doesn't sound too good. So the babies cry. Okay. So when your subject is singular, your verb has to have S or ES. When your subject is plural, your verb does not need S or ES. Okay. All right. So this week we're going to learn what's called proper usage of words, meaning the correct way to use certain words. Certain words, we have to use them a certain way. Yeah. Okay, so we're going to start with may and can. I'm sure we've used may in a sentence before, not the month May. I'm talking about the word may. And I'm sure we've used can before. But they both have, they both kind of are used most of the time in the same way, but they both have different reasons why they're used. Okay, so let's look at may. May is used whenever we are asking permission for something. When I am asking for someone to give me permission, I would say may. May I have a snack? I'm asking permission, right? Yeah. May I have a snack? And usually it's going to be in sentence form, interrogative form. I mean, question form. Yeah. May. So when we use the term may, we always are asking permission. Okay? Now, when it comes to can, we use can to show that we have ability to do something. I can run fast. Do you see the difference? But sometimes we'll use can in the text of asking permission. We'll say, can I go to the bathroom? And that's not correct. Because that's why some people say, well, can you? Because when you say can, you're saying, I do have the ability to do that. But when you're asking permission to go to the restroom, you would say, may I go to the restroom? See the difference?
Yes,
So we do use can a lot of times to ask, can we do something? But the real word is may I, not can I. So may is used to ask permission. Can is used to show that you can do something, that you have an ability. You have the power to do something. So if I would say, may or can I go to the park? Which one would I use? May I go to the park or can I go to the park? Which one would I use? Hannah, may I go to the park or can I go to the park?
May I go to the park?
May I go to the park? But sometimes we say can, but no, it's may I. When you're asking permission for something, you say may I. So whenever you ask me to go to the bathroom while we're on Zoom, I'm not gonna answer if you don't say may I. Okay. So you have to say may I go to the restroom, Mrs. Stevens? Or anything you need to do. May I get a book? May I this? Even with your parents, it's may I, not can. Okay. Also, now listen, next one. Can Julie and I stay up later? May Julie and I stay up later? Can Julie and I stay up later? May Julie and I stay up later? May Julie and I stay up later? Because you're asking permission to stay up later. We use may to ask for permission. Last one. Can Dad fix my bike? May Dad fix my bike? Which one? Can Dad fix my bike? May Dad fix my bike? Lyric?
May Dad fix my bike? I know it.
You're not asking Dad permission. You're trying to see if Dad has the ability to fix the bike. Could he do it? So instead of may, I would say, can Dad fix the bike? So we're asking, can he do it? Like, does he have the ability to do it or not? Okay, so be careful with may and can. And I think you're practicing your book as well. So may is whenever we're asking permission. Can is whenever we are showing that we can do something. Okay, now let's talk about another one. Another two words. Two other words. Teach and learn. Now, teach and learn are pretty similar, and I think these we kind of understand the difference between. Okay, so when we say teach, it means to give knowledge to someone. You, like I am teaching you right now. Teach. And when you learn, it means you are receiving knowledge. You are learning something. So I think that's pretty obvious. I do think we kind of know that already. Like, my teacher will teach me. I will learn from my teacher. Teaching means to give knowledge. Learning means to receive knowledge. So if I would say Miss Waters teaches or learns me to play the piano.
Wait.
Mrs. Waters teaches me or learns me to play the piano. Which one makes more sense? Mrs. Waters teaches me to play the piano or learns me to play the piano? Harlem?
What was the sentence again?
Mrs. Waters teaches me or learns me to play the piano?
Teach.
Teaches, right? Because Mrs. Waters is giving knowledge. She's teaching someone how to do it. So it will be teachers. She's not learning anything. She's helping someone to learn. Okay, next one. I'm keep it. I will teach or learn my friends to play hide and seek. I will teach or learn my friends to play hide and seek. Which one makes more sense? Lyric?
Teach.
I will teach my friends. You're giving them knowledge. You're showing them how to do something. And the last one, our second grade class learned or teached how to diagram sentences. Our second grade class learned or teached how to diagram sentences. Which one makes more sense?
I know it.
Solomon?
Teach.
Our second grade teached or learned to diagram sentences.
I know.
Learn.
Learn. Yes, you are receiving knowledge. You are learning how to diagram. Good. Okay. So this is the proper uses of teach and learn and may and can. May means to ask permission. Thank you. Can means to show ability. Teach means to give. And learn means to receive. Awesome, awesome. Okay. So may, can, teach, and learn. All right, and we'll learn some more tomorrow and Wednesday. We'll learn some more proper usage. All right, so go ahead and get out your phonics so we can do our dictation, page 200. You can sit down if you're gonna stay awake. Page 200 is where we are. Mhm. Say it again.
And what book?
200. Phonics and language, 200.
Wait, no, 100 and 1. It is.
Oh, 201. Sorry, 201. My bad.
Oh, that's book. $201.
Yes.
I am.
All right. Yes. I'm gonna change my name. I tell y'all that. All right, let's go ahead and write some words. Okay, first word is napkin. Napkin. Napkin.
Easy.
Napkin.
Wait, see. Oh, yeah. Or money. November. No. It's a.
All right. Anybody wants to write spell napkin for us?
I know.
Okay, go ahead, Evan.
NAPKEN. Yep.
Mm.
Let me see.
Not quite. Okay, Josiah.
I never wrote that.
NAPKIN.
And napkin.
Yeah.
Okay, next one. Acorn. Acorn. Acorn.
What is that?
Some type of nut.
Oh. So you never learned about it.
Everybody knows.
I wouldn't say that, but I don't think you should eat it.
Exactly.
Okay, acorn. Anybody? Amina, acorn. Okay, not quite. Anybody? Acorn. Okay, Camille. Acorn.
ACORN.
Good. ACORN. Acorn. Good. Next one. Shatter. Shatter. And there's double letters in there, just letting you know. Shatter. Shatter.
What was it again?
Shatter. Shatter. What?
10 years. Lemon everywhere. If you're 10,000, will you still get eyes? No, girl. No.
Any heaven, yeah.
Yeah. Sometimes.
Okay, anybody? Shatter? Shatter? Double letters? Okay, go ahead, Carly. Shatter.
SHATTER.
SHATTER. Good. All right, let's do that sentence. Let's go ahead and fill it in. So, ready? Kelly painted her picture green, black, and red. Don't forget your comma. Again, Kelly painted her picture green, black, and red. One last time. Kelly painted her picture green, black, and red. All right, so what should I have filled in this sentence with? What words were missing? Okay, Lyric, what words were missing?
Kelly, green, and black.
Kelly, green, and black. Yes, and don't forget you had a comma after green.
I did that.
Okay, awesome. All right, good.
What is that for?
All right, so that's it for phonics. Let's go ahead and move on to our math. Shouldn't be long with math.
Get our math book.
Yeah.
Give me my math book.
No, you don't need your math book. Sorry, no. Okay, spelling. Spelling.
May I go use the bus?
And you get a little sleep paper out so we can work on some math problems.
Carly,
Because I was grading tests last week and I was like,
I got all my just in case someone gets the thing. Yeah, like me and Amina have black. No, oh, no. Me and Evan.
okay, but I'm not concerned about it right now.
Yeah, probably want to switch because we have green. In my thing. And what color are yours? No. Oh, we have the line right here.
Okay, phonics and language. Here, and put your book in the correct way.
Well, if you write in red, how am I going to do? Oh, yeah, that can change. In person. How am I going to smile? Okay, yeah. May I go eat
right, so let's go ahead and look at our facts here. Okay, subtraction, these are trading, so please make sure you take your time. So I have 63 minus 29. 63 minus 29 and 94 minus 57. Go ahead and work these out. 63, look at how to trade them. Okay, I'll give you a minute. All right, so let's go ahead and go over those two. All right, Carly, walk us through the first one. 63 minus 29.
Can't take 3 out of 9.
You can't take 9 out of 3, so what do I do?
Change 3 into 13.
Well, hold up. I gotta start with the front. I need to take 10 from 63. This becomes what?
5.
53. What do I do to the 10? Add it to the,
3.
it becomes,
13.
so now I can subtract 13 minus 9.
4.
Okay. And then
5 minus 2 equals 7.
5 minus 2.
5 minus 2
I'm losing 2. I'm losing 2. You're adding 2. I'm losing 2. 3. Remember in subtraction, your answer always has to be smaller than what you started with. 34. Anybody at 34?
Yes.
But let's work out this one. $94 minus 57.
I got this one.
Okay, Camille, walk us through this one. 94 minus 57.
Cross out 9. Put
Okay,
the 1
well,
next.
hold up. We can't do 4. We can't take 7 out of 4, so I need to trade. So I'm taking 9. What does it turn into? 84. And then what do I do next?
You put the 1 next to the 4.
Add
to
that
make it
10 that I
14.
took from 94, add it to 4, it becomes 14. Okay.
14 minus 7 is 7.
Mm-hmm.
And 8 minus 5 is 3.
Good. All right. Awesome. Did anybody get that one too? 37? Yeah, all right. All right, count my quarters. Well, who wants to count our quarters out? 25.
Wait, 25, 50?
Okay, go ahead, Bryce. 25.
25. 27. Wait. 25.
Not quite. Let's see. Evan, can you count for us? 25.
50. 75. $1.
Okay, so remember that's your basic pattern. 25, 50, 75, $1. It resets $1.
And 25.
Mm-hmm.
$1.50.
Good. $1.75.
That was close. We almost to do $2.
All right, let's round some numbers. So I have 71. What's my nearest 10 with 71? Which 10 is it closer to? 70 or 80? What's my nearest 10?
70.
70. 49. What's my nearest 10? 40 or 50 for 49? What's the nearest 10? Josiah?
50.
50. 62. What's my nearest 10? 60 or 70? Nearest 10. Lyric?
60.
60 and 36. What's my nearest 10? 30 or 40? Camille?
40.
40. Good. So if I wanted to guess how much 62 and 36 add up together, 60 and 40 makes what? It makes 100. So that means my answer will probably be somewhere around 100, right? Let's see. 2 plus 6 is 8. 6 plus 3 is 9. Oh, 98. So remember, if you have to estimate the sum, you round it to the 10 first, and then that'll give you what your answer could be about. So I have 11 grapes that I want to share with someone, and I want to put it in half, right? But the problem with 11 is what? What's wrong with 11? It's an odd number, right? And I can't split odd equally. So let's see what I have to do. So let's divide my 11 in half. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4,
That's easy.
5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Should I put one more? No, because I'll make it uneven. Where do I put that one extra that I have left? In the extras. So how many would I be able to split equally?
5. No, wait.
Yeah, that's right. 5, 3, 4, 5. So 1/2 of 11 is 5. Remainder of awesome. 5 with a remainder of 1.
And the cat learn about remainder of 40.
Yeah. All right, let's go over some multiplication facts. Remember we learned times 10. Remember when we say times, that means groups of, okay? So whenever I look at 10 times 9, that's saying 10 groups of 9. So that will be 10 groups of whatever, and I have 9 inside each group. That's what multiplication is. So we did times 10. Those were really easy. So let's just go ahead and go through them. Let's start with 0. Now I told you, anytime you're multiplying times 0, what's your answer?
0.
Always, no matter what number it is. So let's begin. 0 times 10 equals 0, 0, 0. 10 times 9 equals 90.
90.
10 times 10 equals 100, 100, 100. 9 times 10 equals 90, 90.
90.
2 times 10 equals 20.
20.
1 times 10 equals 10.
10.
6 times 10 equals 60, 60, 60.
60.
8 times 10 equals
80.
10 times 2 equals 20.
20.
10 times 1 equals 10. 10 times 4 equals 40, 40, 40. 10 times 3 equals 30, 30, 30. 10 times 5 equals 50. 10 times times 6 equals 60. 60 is 60. 10 times 7 equals 70. 70 is 70. 10 times 3, 3 times 10 equals 30. 10 times 8 equals 80. All right, awesome. Okay, and then on Friday you did subtracting 8. Let's go ahead and do that together as well. All right, let's go through subtracting 8. That's what we practiced on Friday. Well, that's what you should have done in your workbook. If not Friday, then hopefully you did. That was 100A. All right, 8 minus 8. 8 minus 8 equals 0, 0, 0. 9 minus 8 equals 1. 10 minus, I know I'm showing the answer, equals 2, 2, 2. 11 minus 8 equals 3, 3, 3. 12 minus 8 equals 4, 4, 4. 14 minus 8 equals 6, 6. 15 minus 8 equals 7, 7, 7. 16 minus 8 equals 8, 8. 17 minus 8 equals 9, 9. And 18 minus 8 equals 10.
10.
Awesome. They have a 13?
No.
I'll have to find it. Okay. All right, so today we are going to learn what's called our geometric shapes. You may remember them from last year. We did go over some of them last year. Does anybody remember some of them from last year?
I remember all of them.
Yes.
Nope. Well, we're going to go over it again. So the geometric shape, so we're used to regular shapes like circle, square, triangle, rectangle. We're used to regular shapes like that. But when it comes to geometric shapes, you could say they're like the 3D shape. Geometric shapes usually have faces and they have sides all around them. That's why they're called geometric shapes. So we'll talk about how many sides and faces each shape is while we identify each shape. So let's look at the first one here. Anybody knows what this one is called? Now these two are similar, but look at this one compared to that one. It's a little different.
I
It's a little darker.
I forgot. No, it looks like.
It does look like
I
a
know what it
triangle
is.
somewhat.
But it's not a triangle. But it's a cone.
Okay, so anybody can tell me
The next one.
what is this shape here called? Anybody? Evan?
Cone.
Not a cone.
That's the next one.
Not a cone. Anybody else?
I don't know. Oh, no, no.
This is a pyramid.
That's what I was gonna say.
A pyramid.
A pyramid.
That's what I was gonna say.
I forgot this one.
So a pyramid. So when it comes to a pyramid has a certain number of faces on it. Like I told you, all sides will have what's called the faces, which means how many sides. It's the same exact thing. Like when we say a square has 4 angles, 4, all of that. So a pyramid has what's called faces. Okay? A face, yes. All right. So when we look at the pyramid, what shapes do we see that the pyramid is made from?
Triangle?
A triangle, and then it has that square bottom, right? You can't really see it here, but it does have a square bottom. So a pyramid, you could say, is made from a square. A pyramid has a total of 4 faces. Okay? 4 faces all around it because it's 3D. So it's like you have 1, 2, 3, 4. Yes. So I mean, of course, I'm drawing it, so it's not going to look exactly like, but a pyramid has 4 faces, okay? You have 4 sides to a pyramid. Next we have, what's this one called? We were saying the name of this one. What is this one called here? Amina? Cone. A cone. Now a cone is similar. It looks kind of like a triangle too, but we have a circular bottom. So that's the difference between the cone and the sphere. The sphere has, not sphere, the cone and the pyramid. The pyramid has 4 faces. all around, but a cone is different. A cone only has one face, and that's at the bottom of the cone, okay? One face. All right, let's look at the next one here. It looks like a ball, but it's not quite a ball. I mean, it looks like a circle, but it's not quite a circle. It's more like a ball. Does anyone know what this geometric shape is called? Okay, Lyric. I literally just said it a minute ago, but yeah. A what?
Oval.
Not an oval. Not an oval.
It's male.
Sphere. This is called a sphere. A sphere has 0 faces because it's circular all the way around, so there are no faces. A sphere. Okay? So we have pyramid, cone, sphere. Now I know we know this one.
I
Should know that one. That's a common shape here. Everybody knows what that one is called. Okay, Harlem.
A cube.
Cube. A cube. A cube has 6 faces. It has a top, a bottom, and 4 around. A cube, 6 faces.
And its life is
Next one. This reminds us of a can, like a can of beans or something. Everybody knows what this one is called.
I forgot.
Okay, Camille.
I thought that was the sphere.
A cylinder.
Cylinder. This is called a cylinder. And a cylinder has 2 faces, that top and the bottom. 2 faces. Now this one, I don't know. It's similar to a cube, but it's a little different. Well, a lot different.
Wait, let me try this answer, Miss Blue.
Yeah, we did.
Similar to a rectangle.
Uh-huh, that's part of what it's called.
Oh, I know.
Okay,
it.
Serenity, do you know what this one is called?
It's similar to a cube.
Wait, unmute it again.
You just said the answer. No, I said it's similar.
Yeah, it did. It had, yeah.
Rectangular prism.
A rectangular prism. Good. That is what this is called. Rectangular prism, because as you can see, it's made from a rectangle.
It looks like a prison.
Okay, and this also has 6 faces, just like the cube. You have your top, bottom, and then it has 4 sides. Okay, 4 faces. So these are the geometric shapes. And in your book, there's a page where you can draw, like try to recreate it. So we can go ahead and do that. So you can get out your book. I said no, but yeah, let's try. Okay, lesson worksheet 101. Lesson worksheet 101.
I'm down.
Get my book.
Okay, lesson worksheet 101.
Showability or color?
Okay, spelling 5 times.
Homework. What's the worksheet? I see. Where are you going?
I gotta go pay this ticket. I mean, my back.
Okay.
Miss Flugix. Miss Flugix, you're muted.
Sorry. sorry, I didn't know I was on mute. I was showing how I draw it. So I start with the triangle, and then I do the dots like that. The dots kind of give it the 3D effects. It kind of shows how the shape is not flat, but that it has sides, faces. Okay? So after I do the 3 dots, then I come and I do a circle like this to finish the cone off.
Oh,
You see?
look
That's how I
at
draw
that.
a cone.
It looks like an ice cream.
Mhm, yeah, well, it does look like an ice cream cone.
I'm gonna write. Already do it.
Okay. Yeah.
I even help people pick them up. I'm gonna do it black. Riley, I can do it.
I did.
Pick up the yellow cone. Oh, I remember that. I'm gonna tear it out. You actually do it. This looks so weird.
Okay, so cone. Next, let's do a cube. Now, I draw the cube a little different from how it is in the book, but I'll show you how I learned how to draw a cube.
Oh,
Okay, so let's next go to the cube. So I'll start with a square because cubes are drawn from squares. I'll start with a basic square, like that. Okay. After I do my square, I do a second square, but I do it inside of this one. See how I'm doing it inside?
That does look kind of nice.
See? So I draw 2 squares like that.
Okay. Oh, I know what's next. That's kind of like the side.
I don't.
Usually I do my line.
Okay, everybody has their 2 squares? Yeah?
Yes.
Yeah. The only part is in the white thing, white side. It's my cone. Looks like a.
Okay, so after I do the 2 squares, I'll start to do those dots again. I'll go inside the bottom square and I'll do the lines all the way to the end point right here. See that? I'll start there. I'll do the dots like that inside. Kind of looks like it's expanded if you're looking at it, see? Then I'll come at the top of the other square, and I mean at the top of the first square, and I'll do the dots again here.
Wait, looks weird. It really does.
Yeah.
I'm just doing what you say.
Okay, we got that. Those 2 dots. Then I'll come to the bottom here, down here. That's my first square, and then I'll connect the dots here too.
Wait, look, that's
And there you have it. And then you could connect here to the like seal it, and it'll be a cube.
Carly, let me see.
Oh, I see.
Good. Let me
Yeah.
see.
It looks like a
Good,
cube to
okay.
me on here.
So that's a cube. Cool, huh?
It actually is a cool shape.
Oh,
I love cube. It's not a cube. I had a cube before. You know what's shaped like a cube? Ice. That's how I do mine. That looks so nice.
Explosion.
Uh-huh.
May I use the bathroom?
Sure.
That's better than my brother. Look, Miss Logan.
Okay, good. So that's the cube. Okay, we're good on cube. Let's look for our next one.
Oh,
No. Next one. Sphere.
no.
Sphere, okay? So all you do for a sphere is you'll draw a circle. That one's like the easiest one. Draw a circle. Oh, that's a terrible circle. Hold on.
No, it's not. It works. I just popped it off. That's a perfect circle.
I can't pop it off.
Okay, draw a circle. And all you do is put your dots in the middle like this. That's the easiest one, and it looks like a sphere.
Can I use my body?
No, just hurry and draw it.
I'm not really good. That's how I do mine. This is
Yeah,
how
the
I do
sphere is
mine.
probably the easiest. That's all you have to
That's how I
do.
do mine, so I collect looking up.
Okay, that's sphere. Okay, let's go to the bottom.
Oh.
Let's do the cylinder.
Blue Jits,
Uh-huh.
did you guys do the sphere already?
Yeah, I just did it.
Okay.
So cylinder.
Wait.
So with the cylinder, I'll start with 2 lines. I'll go here,
One,
here.
two.
We're doing the cylinder.
Wait.
We're on the bottom. I start with 2 lines.
Okay, did it so slow? No, it's just going.
Okay. So then I'll curve here like that. I'll curve in. See how I did a line curving in?
Yeah,
So do a line connecting the top, curve it in. Then do a line at the bottom and curve it up. See?
oh, it kind of looked like one. This was a
So you'll do 2 lines, then your top, curve it down like that. And then on the bottom line, curve it up. Then I do those dots again. So finish it.
Wait, a dot? It doesn't look like one.
And that gives you the 3D effect of a cylinder.
It's a
It
line,
does
not a
look
dot.
like a cylinder.
Okay, so we're doing this part darkly.
Draw a cylinder.
I do not even need
Ooh,
Hey, I got pillow. I got pillow. I did this really. All mine is came out so Okay, I'm done.
Okay. Let's go to the rectangular prism.
Oh, I know how to do this one. Just
So this one is similar to the cube. It's like basically the same thing, except now we're doing it with a rectangle instead of a square. So you start with your first rectangle. Okay, start with your first rectangle. Then you'll draw your second one, same way we did the cube. Draw your second rectangle.
It looks weird. It looks, Miss Florence, you do the same thing as a cube.
That's what I said twice.
It looks weird, Miss Florence. I'm gonna use the same technique as the cylinder.
Okay.
La la la. Wait, I'm gonna draw my own. Sharpen my pencil. My own
No, because you keep.
shape.
Hold on. So after that, I connect my dots. I'll connect here inside the square or rectangle first. Then I'll go outside, connect. Down here, connect. And then up here, connect. Rectangular prism.
Cool.
And now,
I did this.
Yeah.
Mine looks like a total failure. Mine looks so weird. Mine looks like a house. It actually. That looks like a box.
Miss Blue Jits,
Uh-huh.
did you guys have show and
It
tell?
does.
Huh?
Did you guys have show and tell?
Wait, right.
We didn't do it.
Peel and
Okay.
I want to be better. Like me? It looks ugly. Let me do it for you, Mimi. Mine did no. Good. Look at mine. What? Y'all both look weird. Bri is cute. No, the last shape. No, it's not. No, look, it's supposed to be like this is gonna be the hardest guy.
All right. And then the last one is the pyramid. Now that one I'm not too good at.
What?
So I'll just show you.
It looks easy.
So start with the triangle again.
Okay, but a fatter triangle.
And we'll actually complete the triangle for the pyramid.
Wait a minute. That's what looks like it's about to come out of the paper. I'm terrible. It came out the paper.
Second grade.
I think I'm terrible at shit.
What?
It doesn't look right. I'm gonna try. If you don't do everything, I'm gonna try to do this one.
Okay.
Spare beer.
Okay, so all I do is after that, I start in the corner and I do the dots till about here. Then I'll come up, do the dots down to the center, and then I just come in the other corner and just.
Let me try that again.
Miss Lizzie, that looks like its pipe is poking out. That is not how you do it. I
Okay,
know.
so yeah, I'm not so great at the pyramid,
That's
but
not
that
how
just
you
kind
do
of
it.
is what it is. Okay.
It looks pretty. It looks pretty. It looks like it's like.
Okay, so that's how you draw the shapes.
Miss Lucas, I'm not good at it. I'm the worst at it. I'm the worst at it. What is this? That's not. That's words. And now what is this? What is words? Wait, let me tell my parents career.
All right.
You guys will go. Miss
Okay, we got it.
Yes,
So
ma'am.
those are your shapes. All right, let's move on to language. You'll need a little sleep paper to write down the definition of adverbs. That's what we're moving on to.
Adverb.
So we are finished with adjectives. An adjective is a word that describes a noun. Now we are moving on to what's called adverbs. So they sound like adjectives a little bit, but they're not. They're adverbs, a little different.
Can I get a paper so I did it all on one paper.
You can do it in your phone, just tear it.
I did it all on one paper. And I'm so mad that we good.
Mm-hmm.
Why do you have to say me? Because if she's not gonna answer, it's actually permission.
Uh-huh.
Right.
Say it again. I didn't hear.
Are we still in math?
No, we're finished. I'm done with, I did all the shapes. So I told everyone to get a little sleep paper so we can practice adverbs. I'm just giving you the definition today.
Okay.
All right, so we are moving on to what's called adverbs, okay? And so they sound similar to adjectives, but it's easier to remember adverbs because what the definition means is dealing with verbs, okay? So an adverb, so we know nouns. What is a noun? A noun is the name of
a person, place, thing, or idea.
pronouns. A pronoun is a word used in the place. Okay, we've learned verbs. A verb is a word that does an
action, or state of being.
links two words together or helps another verb. Good. And we've learned also adjectives. That was our next thing. And what is an adjective? An adjective is a word that describes a noun. Now we're moving on to adverbs, okay? So make sure you write this down. So an adverb.
I'm gonna write it down as you're writing it. I'm on it. It sounds best so I can No. Not
Describes. It's like that's what I said. It's similar to adjective, but you'll know the difference because of how the rest of it is.
That was like anything. A verb that adjective.
So this is what an adverb is. An adverb is a word that describes a verb, adverb, an adjective, or another verb. Again, an adverb is a word that describes a verb, an adjective, or another verb. One more time. A verb is a word that describes a verb, an adjective, or another verb. Go ahead and write this down. Yep. We'll talk about what I mean.
And an adjective.
We'll talk about what I mean. Second time.
Go rip this out and put it in my photo.
Sure.
I did it all on one paper, Miss Julian.
Okay, so this is what an adverb is. It's a word that describes a verb, an adjective, or another verb. And when we start doing examples, you'll see exactly what I'm talking about.
Oh my God. Why does it have a new thing? That's not it. That's not it. Hola. Guess what? I'm gonna be learning Spanish in a Spanish book.
Okay, cool.
I'm so excited. Guess what? I turned it out to learn Spanish.
Yeah.
All I know is hola, soy Evan. Soy Evan means
Love that ending, you know how to turn it.
no, quick on, please. Did it just like that.
Right.
With this stayed in here the whole entire thing.
Okay.
Could we work on math?
What? Oh.
Cause yes. Then I just give you my pencil.
Okay.
There's no down to zero. That's a shell. I know I've been having that. Throw it away. Exactly. The green M is on the next page. No, it's on that John. Or mine.
That's probably mine. All right. Do we have this written down? Thank you.
I have mine up with her. I hate mine. We have reading still. So but isn't that so much holding room? I don't have
Yeah.
Learn Spanish. I'm gonna
Oh yeah.
and also I'm gonna try to sign up for baseball, soccer, what was it? Wait. No.
He tried to push my pencil on the floor.
Who?
And so name of
Okay, please don't do that.
soccer team is gonna be
Puzzle was on my
the
stuff.
Pistons. No, the
So I tried to take
No,
it
the
on.
Pistons.
All right.
And also I'm going to learn Spanish.
All right, let's go ahead and move on to reading. So make sure you have this written down. It will be on Zoom if you weren't able to get it. You can get out your book. Have you thanked an inventor? Let's go to page 1.
I can't believe we read the first grade too. You actually did.
Granny, I had that. I read. Have you thanked an inventor before? I think I read that.
So let's get started. Have you thanked an inventor? Let's start with page 1. Anybody volunteer to read? Okay, come on.
This world is
Hold on. All right, go ahead.
This world is full of inventions. Some of them we don't even think about, but if we took time to think about them, we'd realize we wouldn't want to live without them.
Okay, so yes, the world is full of a ton of inventions. So let's talk about some of those inventions. And these are Black inventors. So that's the cool thing. All right, go ahead.
Oh, me?
Mhm.
You see, inventions, they make our lives much easier. And they also make our lives more fun. So we should thank the inventors who invent great inventions, for without them, we might not get anything done.
Okay, good. So yes, a lot of these inventions that we'll talk about are very useful, and we are able to get a lot of things done because of these inventions. So let's look at number 3. Let's start talking about those inventions. All right, Josiah.
Like for instance, when your mom wakes up you up in the morning to let you know that it's time to go to school, you stretch and yawn, rub the corners of your eyes, and probably wipe away last night's drool.
Okay, good. So when you wake up and you stretch, yawn, rub the corners of your eyes, you were sleeping good. Let's look at page 4 and let's talk about our first inventor. Okay, Harlem. That's what we talked about today.
Benjamin Franklin.
Mm-hmm.
No, John Stanley.
No, we didn't.
Oh,
You're on mute, Harlem, page 4.
Benjamin Franklin.
That's when you happen to
glance
glance over at your clock and relax and realize
yeah, okay.
that you're running a bit late. Well, you wouldn't know that were it not for Benjamin
Banneker, yeah.
He invited the first clock in the United States.
Okay, good. So when you look over and you check the time in the morning when you wake up, Benjamin Banneker is the reason why we have clocks. He's one of the first inventors who invented the clock. So thank you, Benjamin Banneker. That's how we're able to tell time, because of the clock. Okay, let's talk about page 5. Okay, Lyric.
So you put on clothes and you put in brush. You rush in the bathroom. You wash your teeth and brush your teeth. Then brush your hair. Well, you
Right there.
lady, part of your morning groom. As the groom did
Finish your word. You need to finish your word. Person, talking to you.
also
Finish your work. You too, y'all listen track. That's it? Okay. So yeah, so after you check the clock, thanks to Benjamin Banneker, you can now look in the mirror and brush your hair. And we can thank Lydia Newman for the part where we're able to brush our hair. Lydia Newman invented the hairbrush. So when you're brushing your hair or your parents are brushing your hair, Lydia Newman is the reason we have a hairbrush. Okay, page 6. Did you read already?
No.
Come on. 6.
Afterwards, you're called into the kitchen. For breakfast this morning, it's cereal with fruit and wheat. Well, thank goodness John Standard improved the refrigerator, because hot milk with your cereal is pretty gross.
Yes. So after you go in and you brush your hair, thanks to Lydia Newman, you go in and you have breakfast with cold milk. You can thank John Standard because he improved the refrigerator where it could run cold a longer time and keep your food cold. Because I'm sure no one would like to drink hot milk, right? With cereal or hot juice or hot water, right? So because of John Standard, we are able to have a cold refrigerator that keeps things cold long term. Okay. All right, so this is where we'll stop today with our first 3 inventors, Benjamin Banneker, Lydia Newman, and John Standard. So we'll get into it some more tomorrow and read a little bit more. All right, awesome. All right, so that's it for us today, guys. Okay, make sure you complete all your workbook pages, your spelling, everything that you need to do. Okay, we'll go over our spelling list tomorrow with our science and social studies. All right, so y'all have a good day. I'll see you all on tomorrow. Bye-bye.